The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman is a book that I would recommend everyone to read after they turn 18 because it will save you a lot of trouble going into your adult life with your romantic relationships, and it will equip you with the knowledge needed to better understand not only how to please your significant other, but also to better understand yourself. It's based on the premise that there are 5 primary love languages that form the basis of how we give and receive emotional love. The 5 love languages are acts of service, physical touch, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, and quality time. These 5 love languages can be broken down further. For example, a form of quality time may be taking a walk with your partner, or a form of acts of service may be cleaning your partner's car for them. You might be thinking, wait a second, I would like all of these things for my partner. And while that may be true, Chapman insists that even though many people may enjoy all 5 of the love languages, there is usually 1 or at most 2 that are people's primary language, that when done will matter to them more than the rest. The book uses the analogy that similar to a car with a fuel tank, we as individuals each have our own love tank that should be getting filled by our partner. However, to optimally fill up your partner's love tank, you have to be using the right type of fuel, in this case their primary love language, in order to do that. When your partner's love tank is full, they will feel happy and secure in their relationship. They will know that you love them because you are showing them love in a way that is meaningful to them. But when your partner's love tank is empty, they will feel insecure, upset, it will feel like each day is gloomy and sad, and their behavior will almost certainly reflect this. Chapman believes that by learning to communicate using your spouse's primary love language, you will know what to do to nurture a long and happy marriage. To discover your own primary love language, Chapman recommends to ask yourself the following. 1. What does our partner do or not do that hurts us the most? The opposite of what hurts you the most is probably your primary love language. 2. What have you most often requested from your partner? The thing that you have most often requested is likely the thing that will make you feel most loved. 3. How do you most often express love to your partner? What you do to make them feel loved could also be an indication of what makes yourself feel loved. The book also dives into the common myths of love and what happens so frequently in many relationships where both people are in love and are convinced that if their love is meant to be, that they will be head over heels for each other forever. But inevitably, when the honeymoon phase ends and reality begins to set in, people tend to do one of 2 things. They either leave and look for someone else since they think that maybe if they find the right person that the honeymoon phase will last forever, or they feel they are trapped in a miserable relationship. But Chapman recommends a third option to his audience, which is to come to terms with the reality of the situation and know that the honeymoon phase, or what he likes to call the in-love experience, for what it is, a phase, or really a short emotional high that's full of butterflies and hard eyes. With this newfound realization of what the in-love experience really is, and with it being in the past, you can begin pursuing real, true, authentic love with your spouse. Love that doesn't require an emotional high, but instead is a decision made with a clear mind to love someone, even when they are not responding positively to the love that you are giving them. Chapman also tells us that the strongest indicators of our partner's primary love language comes from their complaints that they make to us, and we should use this information to our advantage to better satisfy our partner. To better illustrate this point, think about a husband that does many things for his wife. He goes to work, pays the bills, mows the grass, fixes problems around the house, and even picks up the kids from school. However, his wife's primary language is quality time. And even though the husband believes he is doing all the things he should to be making his wife happy, she is upset because he is not communicating with his wife through her primary love language. Her love tank is slowly draining as she is not getting any quality time with her husband, and even though she appreciates the things that her husband does for her, she does not feel loved by her husband. So she begins to complain about her husband that he never makes time for her and all that he cares about is his work. And the husband thinks, the reason I work and fix things around the house is for my wife and the kids. Why does she not understand that I really do love her? On the flip side, she is always saying thank you to her husband and praises him for how hard he works. She is constantly showering him in physical affection and praise for what he does to provide for his children. However, the husband's love language is acts of service. Although the husband appreciates the kind words of affirmation and physical affection that he gets from his wife, he would really love for her to have dinner ready for him when he gets home and to have a clean table for him to eat at. So he also begins to complain and say things like, why can't I ever get a home cooked meal after working hard all day? All you care about is what I do for you and not about anything that I want. See, the thing is, 2 people can be exerting an abundance of effort into a relationship, but to ensure that the effort both partners are giving is not going to waste, there needs to be a deep understanding of each partner's deepest desires, and that only comes through clear communication. That is why learning your own primary love language and the primary love language of your partner is so important. Please read the full book if you have any interest in exploring this topic further and support the author. The link will be in the description. Thank you for your support.